Well, it looks like the invisible player bug is not going away anytime soon, or at least as soon as I'd hoped. With fixes teased for 3.20, I'd been holding out hope that this could finally be it. Who knows, there is still time for me to be amazed, but after holding out over 3 years already, you can understand my pessimism. 7 months ago, I made a video titled The Game-Breaking Bug No One Is Talking About, where I highlighted the invisible player bug and how disruptive it had been for years now, particularly to the PvP community where the problem is most apparent. Back then, it really wasn't being talked about by many people, or at least most people who had encountered it were choosing to ignore it or pretend it didn't exist.
What's cool about Alpha 3.8? New planets, new tech, new features. It's like we're exploring new frontiers here, and that's pretty cool.
The bug first entered the scene around patch 3.8 and has been a problem since. At the time of my first video, there was little awareness around the issue, with half of the comments from players unaware it existed and the other half frustrated at the lack of action from CIG to fix it. Stop it! And if you visited the issue council, you'd see reports dating back years. CIG then deployed a new pillar of a patch, patch 3.18. This patch introduced persistent entity streaming, a linchpin in player, ship and item persistence throughout play sessions and server lifetimes, a large part of the game's core tech. We knew this would be a rough ride, but overall the introduction of PES has been quite a success, and I can only commend CIG in this regard. It did, however, make matters worse for the player invisibility bug, which is when we began to see an uptick in occurrences of the bug itself, followed by frustrations from the community and more reports flooding the issue council. CIG had even finally addressed the issue, with bearded CIG providing some insight into their approach at fixing the problem.
Yo, yeah, I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot by the invisible dude again.
With the bug so widespread now, players had learned how to replicate it and were abusing it at popular PvP events like Jumptown and Ghost Hollow, where the problem becomes really game-breaking. Me and the liability squad were even being nuked by invisible A2 bombs. For many, PvP interactions and emergent gameplay is the driving force behind playing Star Citizen, and any given session's spirit can be swiftly crushed by the presence of an invisible player.
Is he in this room right now?
Oh yes, he's kind of everywhere.
Our theory, and judging by what we've seen, was that the issue occurs when players cross object containers in the game, such as a ship or station, after initially loading into a server. Even parts of open space can be a container, so any kind of traversal through the game or entry and exit of vehicles and stations can trigger the issue. It's been particularly prevalent after a player death or respawn. Somewhere along the line in the game's code, players are not properly realigned with everyone else's clients on the server, rendering them invisible. For patch 3.20, we'd been teased for quite a while that a fix was potentially in the works for the invisible player bug, and when I saw it in the patch notes, I couldn't quite believe my eyes. So, we set up an event to test it in a fun and practical manner. We had 2 squads of players with 1 character per squad and a play area to fight over, otherwise known as the newly introduced Hull C. We knew from the past that respawning and dying could trigger the invisibility bug, and this could sometimes be quickly observed using the Carrack medbeds. After running our first visibility check of the entire team, and with both teams' spawns set across both Carracks and our group sitting in dead space to ensure no interruptions, it was time to begin.
Shotgun their legs so they have to fall down whenever they come in too. I'm not even gonna go for the kill shot immediately.
Don't forget about grenades.
Yeah, I don't have them. I don't think most people actually have them.
I brought a few.
Unfortunately.
JF.
Right, in inductees, you score extra points for killing long-term members. In fact, be clear, do you mean you're down or the person you...
Oh no, sorry, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down. JF's taking care of business.
Oh, down back.
There's 2 top entryway.
You get a sperm seed.
Okay,
we
there's
got
3 of them.
somebody's down in the tube, I think. Over there.
Oh, Liam, you got me up. Shit. Okay, careful. There's 3 up there at the airlock.
Yeah, I killed one side and try and come down the ladder.
Paul, you want to get off that ladder? That thing. Yeah.
Oh, let's keep that door closed.
Yeah, okay.
Back elevator, hopefully.
Jesus, they got like new gun sounds and everything. I'm so disoriented.
So bad.
I'm bleeding out.
Right, we'll come back. Yeah, there's a flashlight up there. Is that yours?
Shoulder.
Down.
Yeah.
This is red strong point, is FPS.
Do not open that door.
Oh, it's open! Shoot!
Oh, I love the sound of this FS9. Damn.
Let me back.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
Liam. Fuck. Sorry, buddy. You moved in front of. I was shooting around you, but then you moved into me.
I'm down.
You just detox left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just detox. I was trying to finish it out and get the med gun.
Oh. That's all over.
That's,
Well,
that's the noise of him
detox's sound
dying.
of
Okay, back on bed. With the
Right
fight
there.
over and most of us dead and respawning on Carrick beds, we reconvened to make sure everyone could be seen by the squad. With the visibility check complete and positive, it was time for the next test. With everyone respawned and on board the Carracks, we self-destructed both ships to ensure everyone in the area was dead and their respawns forced back to wherever they'd set their spawns across the verse prior to the event.
Just to advise you, the ship is about to self-destruct. Get the fuck up.
Hurry, Dave. I can't do that.
In my case, this was Orison. The next test was to reconvene with everyone once again to make sure visibility was there. Up to this point, things were going well, but this was when my heart began to sink. Liam had requested a pickup at Crew L1, and after approaching the station, I noticed his marker floating in space. He'd fallen through one of our party members' ships, and when I approached him, I realized he wasn't there. I decided to observe my ship as he EVA'd over to make entry, which is when he reappeared. So this confirmed the bug hadn't been fully fixed. However, after crossing the grid of my ship's container, he reappeared, which is an improvement. If CIGs managed to rematerialize invisible players when crossing grids and containers, this could be a good temporary band-aid for the invisible player bug. It's hard to go anywhere in the verse without traversing multiple containers and grids, which may take care of many instances of the problem when invisible players collide with other players on the server. So what I'm asking for now is some clarification from CIG. Are we correct in thinking they've implemented this band-aid in the code that is rematerializing players, or was this a fluke? What is CIG's hypothesis on why this is still happening, and what can we do to be better armed to test and or work around the issue in the future? Thank you, my fellow meatbags.